stamping friends. I got my twin here with me today.
I'm back.
She's back. Jesi's visiting again. And since she was here, I'm like, hey, let's do a video again. And since we have matching sweatshirts, why not?
Yeah, it's been so fun.
She's
So
like, mini me.
I got here and my mom was like, hey, I got this great idea that I think I'm going to do a blog post video on. Let's go downstairs. And we've spent about like the last 2 hours just playing galore. I mean, you should see the mess. So we've been having so much fun and I'm so excited to be here and help share it.
Yeah, so we're going to kind of tag team and both share our fun that we've been having with you today and show you a quick and easy technique. Little messy? Not really.
I don't think I got very inky, and unless you kind of screw up a little bit, which might have happened.
Which might have happened, but yeah, but we have a fun and easy technique that you can use with any stamps, paper and ink, and
got all the colors to show you.
Yeah,
it's been
we have
a lot
lots of
fun.
samples to share with you. So what do you think? Should we flip the camera down and get to work?
Let's do it.
Okay, hang on a second. So the technique that we're going to share with you today is using your clear blocks as stamps. Kind of makes a background, and then we'll show you how we kind of finished off our cards. And you can do them as simple as you want or embellish them, step them up. But we have quite a few different ideas to share with you. But basically, you just need your clear blocks. Any size, shape, and we used a couple of different ones, which you'll see here. And then your Stampin' Right markers or a water-based marker. And that's really important. Do not use your blends because it'll permanently color those blocks and we don't want that. And so we've got a pink, a green, a blue, a yellow,
Yeah, we did all the color schemes.
Yeah, we were just playing with different color markers. So what I did here, let's see, we have, I think, Balmy Blue, Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, and Bermuda Bay. So I started light and then went to the dark. And all we're going to do is take this marker and scribble right here on the blocks. Get out to the ends, just scribble on there. And we're going to start light, keep going darker, overlap those colors a little bit. No right or wrong, okay? It doesn't have to be equally spaced, equal whatever. So we'll do Coastal Cabana. And then when we go to stamp this, we are actually using the shimmery white. Watercolor paper kind of works too, but the texture doesn't give you such a good image. If you use just your basic white, the colors don't blend as much, and basic white really doesn't like water. So that's why we're going to use the shimmery white cardstock for this. Oh, once you have your colors on there, you're going to take a spritzer bottle, which these are the Stampin' Spritzers. I think they come in a pack of 3. And you're going to give it a good, I don't know, Jess, what did we do? 2, 3 spritz?
Kind of depends.
There's no right or wrong. So you're going to, and I don't know if you can, I'll try to keep you in the video here. So we're going to like spray it and go ahead and then stamp it on your paper. And then you want to make sure you hold it there for a little bit. And you can kind of see that the water in there. And I'm kind of feeling I did not put enough water on this one because it's
no,
not
it didn't spread
moving
very much. No,
Oh.
no, that was real bad.
That was real bad. I wonder if there's enough ink. Nah, we're going to start over. This is what Jess and I have been doing all day today. Oh, we want the fat in. Obviously, there was not enough water on there because you'll definitely see when you put it down there if there was enough because the colors will move around. Oh, I might have done these in a different order this time.
Like we said, there's no right or wrong way to do any of this.
Yeah, and that's why we've just had so much fun playing. It's like, well, let's try these colors and those colors. Okay, definitely
So,
more
water.
Okay, so, whoop, I think I missed.
Again.
Okay, hopefully that's probably too much water this time, but oh, much better. Could you see on the video how it just like spread all over? Hold it there, give it some pressure, let that color transfer. Oh, this one's awesome.
So much better. Oh, that's good.
Look at the difference.
Okay, so you can see not enough water is what's going to happen. That's what you want it to look like.
Yeah, this one came out really good, other than the fact that I stamped it
Crooked.
a little crooked, but that's okay. It doesn't matter, right? Okay, so to finish off our card, you're going to want to make sure that that water dries. So we're going to give it just a minute to dry. Okay, I think we're dry. We're pretty dry. So for the first card that we have to share with you, we're going to use Paradise Palms. What I was kind of looking for with this, you know, the stamps that you want are something that are more like a silhouette, I guess you would call them, a little bit on the bolder side. Well, they're not all bolder, but we played with some that were really ugly and didn't work. So this one, we're going to use the palm trees. And I really like the look of black. I think we got our color right there. So our stamp, we're going to bring in the black and stamp partially on our block of color. Give it some good pressure. We want a nice dark black on there. And then the grading for this one, let's see, let's not get it upside down. Oh my gosh, that block is really, I'm glad I have the finished card to show. There you go. Remember, guys, this is all about the technique, right?
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's pull in the final one. I did much better stamping this one. But you can see there is the square with that we did with the acrylic block, and I just added the palm trees and our words on there. Quick and easy, simple card. Now, a couple other ones I want to share with you, and then Jess is going to show you what she did. This is kind of the same color scheme going here. You can see probably a little less water on this, but the color's still blended really nice. And again, here I added linen. Here, I mean, nothing. It just makes a really nice, simple card. And then I played with some greens, and Jess is going to play with some greens as well. But all of these were using this size block. And so you can see where the black looks really nice with this one. I just kind of filled it up with that fern. This was Forever Fern, and added a greeting on there. So easy peasy. So do you want to show them one?
Yep, now it's my turn. All right, so what I did, I wanted to do something a little different than the block. Well, I guess the square block. So I got a rectangle block.
Still a block.
Yeah, still a block. But so since it's longer, I grabbed more colors. So I went with the green scheme. So I just kind of went through my mom's stash, started pulling out all the green themed colors. I'm not going to remember them all by name, but yeah, green, you can see. And so same thing, just start coloring. And it's really hard with these light colors to see where the ink is actually going. So you kind of bend around and find that little glare of how you can start layering and hope it matches up. Then you get the darker colors and it's a lot easier to see.
You know, she's putting the green on there. Just a reminder that this video, down in the description of the video will be a link to a blog post. And over there, we'll have pictures of all the cards we're sharing with you today, as well as a list of all the colors we've used for each of the different combinations, if we can remember them when we write the blog post. And we'll also give you all the card recipes. So the sizes that we cut all of our cardstock and all our supplies use, so that you can recreate these projects.
Okay, so let's hope I can do this right this first time around. Lesson learned from my mother. Enough water. Hopefully that 3 is good.
That looks pretty good.
Uh-oh, it might have kind of ran a little bit. So we'll see what happens now.
It's going to get messy.
Yep, same thing. I stamp and just kind of hold it here, make sure it absorbs. Hopefully you can see, though, how it all blended together. We don't have a lot of those spots still showing. That's how you know you got enough water. And let's see. Ooh, looking pretty good.
You did really good.
Yeah, this side get a little darker. It's going to bleed in, but I think it's going to make a really good card.
Yeah, as that dries, that one's going to be really pretty.
So I'm going to give it a second, let it dry. I'm using Quiet Meadow. This is the stamp set I grabbed. I wanted something doing the rectangle and going the long way like this. I wanted a long floral stamp to go with it. So that's exactly what I grabbed.
You know what? While that's still drying a little bit, do you want to share our little tip for filling the spritzer?
Oh, yes.
So I don't have water in my stamp room, and so I use water for a lot of different things. And I found the best way to fill these little spritzer bottles, or my water painters, it's the same thing, is I just bought this at like a beauty supply, Sally's or something, and cut the tip pretty big. I keep this filled with water down in my stamp room, so when I need to fill these, it's so easy to fill up little things like that. So that's the tip of the day for the water.
Yeah. No mess, no trying to turn on a sink and line this little thing up under your stream. Works really well.
It does.
All right, and I think
you're dry.
Yeah, I think we'll be dry enough. All right.
If not, it'll just smear.
Yeah. Okay. So while we were playing over the last couple hours, I have learned I am not the best stamper. I am still learning. I enjoy this. I'm not perfect like my mother is.
I am not perfect.
And so when I first was making this card, I realized, okay, how do I line this up? This isn't going to be pretty. What the heck am I doing here? And you know what? I just went for it. And I'm doing that again.
And you did the same
pretty
thing
well.
you did last time.
But you can also see, got that little mistake in there. My bad. But got a secret for you. Like I said, I'm not a good stamper. But yeah, let me quick add my greeting. And I'm going to put this above where I made this mistake. And you're going to see why in a second.
Oh, you stamped that one good.
Yeah. And it bled a little because of that extra ink. But you know what? I still like it.
You're doing good.
Okay. So there's my finished stamping. Now, I don't think that's very pretty. That's not my thing. I don't want to just glue this to a background, call it good, like what those other cards did. So what we did, we cut it down and we changed the size of the card. So went through all the steps, did the stamping, and here we completed the card. So we trimmed off the mistakes. We made it a little bit more narrow, really focused in on the actual image, and I think it turned out so cute. And then this is, I'm not going to know the actual side, but like here's the normal size card, and here's my littler card.
We actually, it's the same size as the note cards and envelopes that we use a lot, but we made our own note card.
Yeah.
And because I always have extra envelopes that size. So the front of it is 3.5 by 5 is what it finishes out to be. But I'll have all those measurements on that blog post for you.
All right, well, that was mine. Now I'm going to pass it back over to my mother, and she has another example to show you.
Well, now that you have the technique figured out, we're going to skip right to what I want to show what I did with this card. So this is where I started, and I was pretty happy with it. I was going to, maybe put a layer of black or something in there and leave it like that. Because like I said, I love the black. I'm just having that black pop. But then I thought, let's color our images a little bit. So I used my Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers, to color the flowers on here. Now, I could have used these same regular markers that I did my colors with, but I don't like to color with them, to be honest. I am Stampin' Blends all the way when it comes to coloring images in. So I grabbed the same color blends that I had been using the Stampin' Write on the block, which either way, there's no right, there's no wrong, so you do you, what works the best. But I really liked how it looked by coloring in some of those for the images on that. And then I just added a little lid and bow that I do so often and added a couple of gems. So this just shows how you can really take the idea, it's all about the technique in the block, and step it up by adding ribbon embellishments. You could cut more layers, you could do whatever you want with it. So that was my little step it up from the basic card. And then Jesi had a ton of fun playing.
All right, I'm not going to spoil my surprise yet, so you're going to look at this side while I talk through it. I don't know, I might have shown this surprise. Okay, so as my mother kept saying, she likes the black. She preferred the colored background and then the black stamp on top of it. And I said, why don't we add some more color? Why does it always have to be black?
I added color to my flowers.
But she said black stamps better. And I decided I'm going to prove her wrong. And so I did. I searched through all the stamp sets and came across Swedish cherries. I'm like, okay, the cherry is nice and bold. You're not going to stamp a black cherry. That's just not going to look good.
That'd be rotten.
So I started playing. So here was attempt 1. Let me tell you what I did. So I started playing with the colors. So I went with the pink theme. I thought pink and red would go well. And so I layered my colors, lightest to darkest. And I think I did this one first. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I like the dark red on top of that dark pink. Let me try if I do it that way. So I went that way. Built my cherry, really liked it, but I used way too big of a block. It just was not going to work. So I tried again. I went to a smaller block and I stamped so crooked, so off-centered, way too up top. That's just not going to make a good card. So I tried again, and I was so close, and then that smear. Like, that smear is just too bad. I can't fix that. I was so ready to quit, but I didn't. I did not quit, and I finally finished, and ta-da!
It turned out so cute.
I think it's so cute, so simple. And so we got the life is, and then I completed my inside. Life is sweet. And yes, another smear. But you know what? I'm going to write in this card. I'm going to write over that smear and no one's going to know.
No.
So yes, my mom, she loved to do all the black, but I'm here to show you don't have to stamp in black. You can do some good, bold, colorful ones as well.
Go. So there was all of our samples. We're not going to show you the trash can because we threw a bunch of them away. But it was fun just to play because you never know. I think we did some color combinations that didn't work out nice. So just play and have fun with it. But it just really makes a fun background to stamp black on top of.
Or a cherry.
or a cherry. So I hope you enjoy this technique. I hope you try it. I know, so many of you have Stamp and Write markers, or any water-based marker will work. Just don't use those alcohol markers. Take your clear blocks, different sizes, different shapes, and play around with different stamps. So I hope you all give this a try. Thanks for watching. And remember, check out that blog post. We'll have pictures of all of these, the measurements that we ended up trimming everything down to, and all the different colors. Well, I'll list all the colors for all the different ones that we use, so that if you'd like to get kind of the same color scheme as we did, you can do that too.
Yes, and please comment and let me know that my cherry card is so much better than my mother's.
Hey! Who asked her to help me? So, thanks, guys. We had fun sharing with you. I hope you like the cards and the idea as well. So hopefully we'll stamp again together soon, if I can get her to come home soon again.
I'll be around, so I hope everyone has a happy stampy day.
A happy stampy day?
Yep, said that wrong. Dang it! A stamp happy day.
There we go.
That's what too much time in the office can do to you.
There we go. Thanks, guys. We'll stamp again soon. Have a stamp happy day. Bye-bye.